Now let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Play ball!
Real Madrid 1, al-hilal 1. It was an interesting game. If you look at that game, it was both teams played well. If you look at the statistics in that game, they had more possession than Real Madrid, even though Real Madrid had more shots on target with them, but they held the ball very well. The way they played that game, I was watching that game, I said, sure, these people know the European team, because they were passing the ball. Real Madrid was running around everywhere. They got a lucky break and scored the first goal. They got a penalty. Al-Hilal got a penalty and equalized. Interesting game of football all around in that game. I love what happened in that game.
It was
two players. Milinkovic Savic.
Thank you.
And
Man, we're strong.
And
Neves.
Ruben Neves.
Thank you. Man,
If you never call these two names for English and Italian football, they miss.
Man.
And they see, this is Milinkovic was a player I wanted to come to our side of West
I
Ham.
wanted him to come to City, man.
But they didn't. It was one of those players to say, oh, okay,
the money Saudi offer and too much.
They are playing in the Saudi league. They are about to retire. But when you see them play top competition, because you talk about Saudi league, but when you see them play Asian football, like the Asian Championship, you'll be like, this is not just Middle East football. It's not just small teams. These people are still balling till the very maximum limit. Because until it happen for your front, you're not going to say that they play maximum football. They play yesterday.
Maximum respect to Khalidou Koulibaly.
Now, I beg, I want to, on behalf of all of us that say Saudi league is just to go and chop money, we apologize.
Not me.
It's not to chop money, because these people are balling.
No, even though they are balling,
they are balling.
They still go there.
No, leave the money part. But
Men mount.
Look at the performance they put in. Milinkovic Savic, I know when he left, what's it called? Italy. He was above 29 when he left Italy, and this is like 3 years outside Italian football, and he's still balling. He's not just waiting to, okay, let's move the match, let's play to our tempo.
Even though he's 30 years,
to our tempo. He was moving like he was 17.
Yeah, he was moving the ball. Yes,
but I feel like this team just has something that you could look at and say, okay, we could just watch them, because this is what they played like. They played like, we are here to deliver. We are here. We are not here to bow down to the champions of Europe. We are not here to bow down to the champions of anybody. We are also champions in our own right. We are winning Saudi Pro League every season. Nobody's competing. They are like the.
Do you know what I'm thinking about? I wish them I did not leave to go back to Santos this summer. Probably I played this
for real. I played the
Cup. Adding them to this thing would have been just probably destroyed Real Madrid yesterday.
Would have been fantastic.
I think it was a good game for Inzaghi. Inzaghi is their new coach. The way, even though he moved his formation, normally his traditional three at the back. He continued. These guys played four at the back. They have been playing four at the back. That's why I like coaches that adapt. You come to a team, you know much training. You play four at the back. Come in and start four at the back. Train them with your own mentality, but the same formation. That's the same thing Conte did with Napoli. He came in, tried three at the back. I noticed that his players can't adapt to me. He moved to four at the back and he almost won the league. In fact, not almost, he won the league.
And then let's not forget also that if you look at this team, unlike most Saudi teams, you see that the average age is 28.
Yes, they didn't buy that. They
bought really well. Yes, you have Malcolm, Barcelona region 28.
Yes,
you have this other guy.
Savic now.
Yes,
30 years old.
You have
Renan Lodi, 28 to Brazilian.
Even Ruben Neves is 28.
Yes.
So all of them are quite. They bought well, not like the old Saudi, other Saudi club,
the other guy,
other Saudi club that went to buy the 30 plus, but they bought quality. Apart from Koulibaly, that probably is 33 years old. When they got him, he was 30. So they still got him as a defender as a good price.
And you're forgetting the goalkeeper, African best,
African
best.
And you still have a penalty.
Made 4 saves yesterday, man.
Talking about Real Madrid, Alonso said that Jude is going to play as a midfielder for Real Madrid. He played as a midfielder, basically behind the striker. They started a young boy, Garcia, because Mbappe missed this game through a small injury. He started Rodrigo from the right, Vini from the left, the three midfielders Valverde played
as usual.
Jude Bellingham played good formation, and Trent played. They stress for this game. Finally, they stress that Saudi boy.
Yes.
They stress for this game. I even pity that for that boy is skillful.
Normally, that midfield will be normal midfield for Real Madrid. Tchouaméni as the DM.
Yes.
Valverde and Jude Bellingham. That's what it has always been like. Let's be honest.
So,
that's what it has always been.
Stay on the bench.
You get it. That's what it has always been like. Camavinga and Tchouaméni.
It has always been. It has been Camavinga, Tchouaméni, and then this guy Valverde. Which day will Bellingham come?
They always switch the two of them. They
started with four midfielder. Bellingham was playing as a striker. That's why this guy Camavinga was playing most times in the midfield. But now it's going to be a three-man midfielder. So
even at first, it was four midfield. Bellingham could run into that striking position and still comes to midfield. At some point, it was either one of them was always starting, because now you want to say when Jude come, Tony there was Tony. So one of those Tchouaméni, Camavinga at the group bench. So it's Tony, Valverde, Tchouaméni, Jude up front, in front of them as a diamond formation, or it can be in the striker. You can put him in the striker role. Even last season, it was one of them still. Valverde, Tchouaméni, Jude. Then injury started hitting. Tchouaméni went to the center half. Valverde and Camavinga at some point went to left back. Yeah. It was now Modric, Jude, and Valverde. Now, until Valverde dropped to right back, it was now Modric, Jude. They brought one person back to midfield, Tchouaméni, to come and join.
But if you look at Alonso in this particular game, do you see any change? Because truthfully, I don't see any change. But let's say that it's his first game in charge, and probably he didn't have Mbappe as a striker. But do you see any change in his team?
His change came early. Ancelotti does not change player in the 50th
I'm talking about
it's the same side. It's Real Madrid now. What would you expect? Real Madrid will play Real Madrid football. We bought till the end. We absorb pressure. We hit on the break when we have to hit on the break. We play when we have the opportunity to play the ball, and we score our goals. And when you get the opportunity to score your goal, score and come back and play again.
And score the goal.
That's what Real Madrid has always played like.
Baba, that's not the Xabi Alonso Madrid.
I was thinking that Real Madrid will play at the way al-hilal played in the first half, because the way these guys passed around, I was like, what is happening? And this guy is Barcelona or what? Bam, 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 they go move. Bam, 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 they go move. Bam. Even sometimes they do on the titi for Vini.
Yes, now.
Vini was running around. I was like, what is happening here? I told his players to come forward, because this guy was passing around. But Alonso, this is his first game. And if you look at the first game, it's not easy he has to adapt to Real Madrid first, then find a way to implement his. I'm not saying he should come in and change the whole team. I think this tournament is good for him. He can use it and try a whole lot of things to see which one works. And remember, some of his defenders are still out on.
What I understand is he made his subs early. This is something Ancelotti will never try.
And Agula entered in the first half.
In the first half, for 5 minutes, first half we finished.
Of course, but then you can't use this as canon, because this is not a La Liga game.
You're experimenting with your team.
If it were a La Liga game, these subs would not be this early. It's a friendly. It's a club World Cup.
It's a club World Cup. Let's call it a club World Cup. But remember, he said that Andagula will play more this season.
Definitely from the right, so because
I think he needed more. And when he came in the second half, truthfully, that boy changed the game. He hit the bar in that game in the second half. He actually did well in that game. So probably he will play more. That's why I'm saying this. For this competition, is he can do substitutes, for example, in the first half. So that you need to try and see something early. Not in the La Liga, you start making changes. So I think it's a right move for him to make early changes to see his team well.
Of course, and then if you look at that center pairing at the back, like I said, we all said it last season that this guy earned the right to maintain his starting position. Then Houston also joining him in that position. They look solid, if you ask me. And then, but they still need to figure out that left full back position.
Yes, they need to buy that left, because Mendes is out on injury. One person cannot play throughout the season.
Okay.
Mendes is always injured. That's the problem.
Okay.
He's not available.
Because I was thinking maybe Frank Garcia, because I was just on TikTok and I be like, say Frank Garcia not impressed. Let me want to answer how.
Except they can he wants to try Alaba there, but Alaba and Mendes, both of them are injury prone players. So anyway, they are available.
See, this is before you bring in another player.
My own is don't come and give me an excuse middle of season say players they out, because that position needs reinforcement. QED.
See, if you're talking about players in, you need to observe that the players also need to go. There are rumors about Arsenal bidding for Rodrigo, which we know is likely impossible because of the way Arsenal is structured. And
why is it likely impossible?
It's likely impossible.
It's like he wants to play 90 minutes
football. The main thing is if he moves to Arsenal, it's going to be an upgrade on whoever is on the wings for Arsenal. It's going to be a massive upgrade.
It's going to be a massive upgrade for Saka.
It's going to be a massive upgrade on whoever is on the wings, bro. Saka? Whoever is on the wings, now you want put Saka name there.
Whoever is on the wings, you cannot read over Saka.
Now there in the play.
You go Martinelli.
Okay, probably yes.
What are we saying, man?
Sabah did not play this game.
But the bottom line is, if Xabi Alonso has pulled him and had that conversation with him,
staying, yes.
We are not going to see that move happen.
But what I'm saying is, look at the subs. I'm still going back to the subs he made. Taking off a defender for an attacker.
Yes, makes
that
sense.
Was the first sub. Makes sense small.
Because Asencio got a yellow card, but a penalty, so he needs to remove him from the game.
And in the half-time so as second half starts, he now started balancing the subs. Brahim Diaz 4. Now you see that with that sub, he don't go back to the regular 3 at the back. Whether you like it or yes, he don't go back to the regular 3 at the back with that first sub. Because what you have at the back now is Garcia, Hoisin, and Trent.
Tomiyasu moved back to defense. He had been playing that defense since last season.
Tchouaméni goes back to play. Trent is already up front.
Trent is always up front.
So it's automatically 3 at the back. Wait till I talk.
It's too early for you to be singing this song you're singing now.
I'm telling you. If you see the game,
substitutions, bro.
If you see the game, played, you will know.
It's too early to watch. Yes, it's too early for you to be having this.
It's too
early for you to be having this conversation about he's playing 3 at the back, 4 at the back. Even whoever moves forward, whoever draws back, is still a 4 at the back. He has not played a 3 at the back.
I keep going back to
and then secondly,
on paper,
talking about him making changes early. Bro, this is a competition. He's testing his team out. He should make his changes early. When you judge him on substitutions, is when the league proper starts. That's when you judge. By the way, Godwin, Premier League fixtures are out. We'll get there, I'm sure.
Okay, in that game, they scored first. Real Madrid scored first in that game. What a nice break. They got the ball from their own half, broke and moved and scored the first goal. Garcia is a young boy from the academy. He started that game as a striker, scored that goal to make it 1-0. Then Asensio conceded a penalty after he pulled back Linaldo, and in that Marcos in that penalty they equalized 1-1 in the second half. Final chaos in the final minutes of that game when one of the players for al-hilal was just to elbow Real Madrid player in the 18-yard box, so the review had to go to the VAR and he was awarded a penalty. And
Donatus Valverde
decided to, I don't know what normally he strikes that ball very well, but I didn't know what happened.
He wanted to Panenka.
Then he played that penalty and the goalkeeper saved, and that game ended 1-1. I think in the balance of play, both teams deserve a draw in that game. So